According to the ancient Indian philosophy of Brahmanism, Brahman is the highest truth that moves the universe, the one absolute reality. Then there is Atman. Atman is the soul or spirit found in the depths of the human heart, the essential life force of mankind. Buddhist tradition has it that when Sakyamuni, the Buddha, was born, it was prophesied that he would become the Tenrin-jo, or King of Holy Revolution, and he would either control the universe or become the Buddha who saves humanity. The teachings that Sakyamuni followed himself were those of Brahman, the universal truth. When Sakyamuni achieved enlightenment, he became the Buddha that saves humanity. The control of the universe, therefore, was to be the responsibility of Atman. After Sakyamuni the Buddha died, it was prophesied that Maitreya Bodhisattva would become the Atman. However, not all prophecies come true. There is an ancient burial mound in Habakino, Osaka, which is strangely shaped like a keyhole. It is called Shigatori-ryo. One morning, something strange was found to have happened to it. It was as if 100 ravenous dogs had dug up the mound for the bones held in its earth.
The marks in the earth look like claw marks. No human did this.
Takeshi did it. As far as I can tell, he took the ferry from Oita to Osaka, and then he must have come here. He would have used the hungry ghost to exhume this mound.
You mean that Takeshi can control the hungry ghosts?
He is the Atman. He's traveling on the Takanouchi ancient highway.
Meanwhile, at the Enyaku Temple on Mount Hiei,
What? You believe that Rao may manifest himself? That's an ominous portent.
Yes, I'm certain of it. I found the names of Rao and Aridra engraved on the Isakura where the boy was lying.
Rao is one of the 9 consciousnesses and is thought by some to be Neptune. Others say it is merely the waning of the moon, but all are agreed it is a very ominous sign. Rao is synonymous with chaos. Usually it is hidden in the natural order of the universe, but at times, such as eclipses of the sun and moon, it may appear. When it does, the consequences are usually disastrous.
It's strange. I had always assumed that the appearance of the Atman would be an event likely to occur sometime in the far distant future. It will not be so bad if the boy chooses the path of the Buddha, but if he should choose the path of universal power...
Our first task is to exorcise the hungry ghosts by using the ancient rites developed by the Tendai sect to imprison them inside the Sagaki Temple over 1100 years ago. However, I don't know where the hungry ghosts are just at the moment.
Don't worry about that. I'll find the ghost for you.
Do you see? Takeshi probably went east along the ancient Takanouchi highway. We'll stake out the route from Asuka to Nara. There's no way he'll be able to pass unnoticed. I'll use all the might of the Kikuchi Clan to apprehend him if necessary.
Over here!
What is it? What have you got?
Look, footprints. They're not human or any animal I'm familiar with.
They're pretty fresh. Let's split up and search.
Right. Huh? Wow, it's Takeuchi. Why is he here?
Kikuchi-ko. Takashi obviously used the hungry ghost to dig up something from the burial mound back there. What was it?
Well, it's obvious. He was looking for the other half of this.
The golden seal of Yamatai, I see. But why is it in two pieces?
I don't know, but I think half of it must have been stolen from the Empress Himiko, probably by someone from Kuna, which had once been at war with Yamatai. Kuna was the birthplace of the Kumaso people, and that burial mound belonged to Takaru Yamato. Now, Takaru Yamato was a hero who ruled the Kumaso people during the 4th century. If you think about it, Kuna was at war with Yamatai, and Takaru Yamato was the leader of the Kumaso at that time. Therefore, the other half of the Golden Seal must have fallen into his possession during the conflict. In fact, I believe he probably started the conflict just to get the seal.
I don't understand. Why would he go to such lengths?
Well, it's said that whoever holds the seal is the rightful ruler of all Japan, but there's more to it than that.
What's he up to, I wonder?
It looks like he went from here and headed north through the mountains. The Ogata brothers are following him at the moment.
Right, then we'll all split up and concentrate on the areas near Sakurai. Hino, I want you to go on to Tenri and search there.
Right.
Huh? Incredible! How does he know all these secret places? What's he doing in the Ishibutai tomb? This was the grave of Soga no Umiko, wasn't it? And Soga built the Take no Uchi Highway. And his ancestor was Takaseuchi no Sukune. This is strange. I wonder what he can be doing in there. I guess I'd better take a look. Huh? An astronomical chart. This doesn't look like a tomb, but more like an observatory. Could this be Emperor Tenmu's observatory? In ancient times, the astronomers and astrologers would observe the stars on top of the observatory and then make their calendars, astrological charts, and horoscopes inside.
Well, it seems the time is now not far off when I shall be needing this again.
Kikuchi-ko. What is it that's troubling you?
Well, there's something that's been bothering me. Ever since we were at the Segeki Temple, I've been thinking about it. Susanoh and the Bato Cannon. Well, I think that they could be one and the same deity.
Huh?
Well, Susanoh is the brother of Amaterasu, the sun goddess, and Tsukuyomi, the moon god. And the Bato Cannon is always attended by the Nikko and Gakko bodhisattvas, that is, the sun and the moon.
When the god Izanagi underwent his ceremony of purification following his escape from the afterlife, 3 great gods were born. They were Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, and Susanoh. Amaterasu became the leader of the celestial plane of Takamagahara, while Tsukuyomi ruled the land of night, and that is how the sun and moon were deified.
I don't get it. What is the true form of Susanoh? Could it be that he really is the Bato Cannon after all?
Kikuchi-ko!
Huh?
Saburo's found Takashi! He's following him now!
I've identified the figure in this picture. I think it's an image taken from one of the ancient Buddhist tantras. It's probably Rahu, one of the Navagraha, as he appears in the Shikuyo Tantra.
Rahu?
I admit I don't really know that much about it, but it's an abstract image of the star which foretells disaster. The one common factor in all depictions of Rahu are the 8 snakes on his head.
The Shikuyo Tantra in Tantric Buddhism comes from ancient Indian astrology, the Kukai and Indian astrologies which were imported into Japan. They divide the constellations of the heavens into 28 sections. One of these sections is called the Ardra House in the constellation of Orion. It symbolizes the characteristics of disaster and ferocity. When one makes a sacrifice to it, it is known as Hoshko, and these sacrifices are always of blood.
Jiro, where's Saburo?
There!
Huh?
After this, how can you keep following Takashi? What is it that's so goddamn important to you?
Get off! Listen, it was supposed to be my destiny to receive those holy marks. It's my birthright to become the Atman.
That's bullshit. Let's face it, you aren't even qualified to be in charge of the Kikuchi Clan.
Yeah? What is it? What's that? Kyoto?
Yeah, he's just past Kamioka and he's going to the Nosei Mountains. It looks like he's going to Myoken Mountain.
Myoken Mountain?
Myoken, did you say? Myoken's traditionally the god of the stars.
We'll surround him. This time he won't get away from us.
Well, this is Myoken. Where exactly do you want to go?
Isn't there supposed to be a Dosojin around here?
A Dozojin. Well, if there is, it's got to be somewhere on this ancient highway. Oh, look, it's just up ahead there. It's funny, all the years I've been coming up here and I've never noticed it there before. Huh? What the hell? Hey, you're blocking the road! Huh? What do you guys want?
Takeshi, I want to know what it was you took from that burial mound. Give it to me. Now! I thought as much. Now let's put the two halves together. The golden seal of Yamatai.
Huh? What is it? I can't keep my feet. Hey!
Aso! Can you hear me, Aso? This Dozojin is dedicated to the god Rahu. That's strange. He's attended by the sun and moon as well.
It's Susanoah-oh.
What do you mean, Takashi? That statue Susanoah-oh? So the golden seal of Yamatai can be used for conjuring up Susanoah-oh.
Sending the ghost back to hell.
Now it's over. We will have to build a new Sagaki temple on this site.
High Priest Jiku. Good thing he showed up.
So it's Kikuchi-ko. It's as if the flames of hell follow him wherever he goes.
He now has a mark on his right shoulder, one on his right knee, one on his left leg, and now 3 more holy marks have appeared around his waist. That's 6 so far. Only 2 to go.
Yakitsu, or the Burning Port, so called after the action fought by Emperor Takeru Yamato. When realizing the approaching ships were actually his enemies flying his own pennant, he cried, "I was almost deceived," and then he had them set ablaze.
Master Kikuchi-ko, I've been trying to contact you for ages.
Hayato, are you all right?
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I be?
Listen, the Kikuchi Clan has been massacred. You, me, and Jiro are the only ones left alive. Where are you now?
Creed of the Visiting God. It is believed that from time to time the gods come and visit the beaches of Izu and Suruga from across the sea. The visiting gods take on the form of rock, therefore the rocks are worshipped. Have a look inside this small shrine. See?
Lots of egg-shaped rocks.
They are called Lord Stones, or stone gods. This and other shrines on the beaches are dedicated to them. The original reason that the rocks were worshipped has been forgotten by most people down the ages. However, the creed of the visiting gods is in reality just as powerful today as it ever was. In the Journal of Miracles, there's a story about a woman who was born from an egg. It's known as the Tale of the Bamboo Cutter, or the Moonlight Princess. It is also thought that the Emperor Takeru Yamato's son Takekai no Miko was born from an egg too. These are all legends handed down from people who have seen humans born from eggs. However, as with all other eggs, if human eggs are left unattended for too long, they will also die. This one is too old. These have all been left too long. The truth behind these eggs is that in ancient Japan, a great natural disaster occurred. At that time, there were only two ways to survive. There was the form of immortality used by the Empress Himiko, which turns you into a hungry ghost. Or there was man-made human hibernation in these stone eggs.
Human hibernation?
That's correct. I am Takeshiuchi no Sukune. I have survived down the ages by using this method. My sacred duty has been to witness the passing of history and pass on the words of the gods to mankind. I served Himiko, I served Emperor Keiko, and I served Emperor Ojin. At one time I took the name of Soga no Umako, and at another I was known as Abe no Sene. I was even Bishop Tenkei, who it is said lived for 130 years. Now you know how such things are possible. Now I brought you here to meet somebody in particular. I hope that we're not too late and she survived.
This?
Yes, inside is the Princess Oto Tachibana. You must strike the egg with the sacred Kusanagi sword you carry. Princess is still alive.
Takeru. Lord Takeru. Lord Takeru Yamato, don't you remember me?
Takeru Yamato? No, you're mistaken.
You are Yamato. When I served Emperor Keiko, there was a young man who looked exactly like you. His name was Takeru Yamato, and he also had 8 holy snake marks on his body and carried the sacred Kusanagi sword. I remember one day in the Imperial Gardens, he said this to me.
One day in the distant future, I'll come back. I look forward to seeing you again then, Sukune.
Don't you remember me? Oto Tachibana! Lord Takeru, please! Please help me, Lord Takeru! Lord Takeru, quickly, you must take the Imperial Mirror! Please, Lord Takeru, take the mirror. Please hurry. You must hurry. Lord Takeru, take the mirror.
princess is gone forever. It's a great tragedy.
Hello, this is the Yamato residence.
Hello?
Kazuhiko!
Listen, Takeshi will be home soon, so long as you do as I say.
Look, Kazuhiko.
Come to Inokashira Park and bring the item we spoke about earlier.
Kazuhiko, you mustn't hurt him. Stay away from him. Why can't you just send him home to me?
Sister, the time has come.
Is that you, dear?
Mother?
If Susanoah-oh and the Bato Canon are all the same entity by different names, the one image which links them all is the image of the horse. Susano's in the heavenly dappled colt, the stone horse at the Dozojin to Rahu, and the Bato Canon's horse's head. What does it mean? And this, the 8 snakes on Rahu's head, surely they represent the 8 holy marks that Takeshi has acquired on his body. But why does he have 3 faces?
Huh? Hello, Mother? My God, Mother! Alright then, Jiro, what's going on? Where's Kikuchiko?
I ain't having damn all to do with that guy any longer. I tell you, Kikuchiko's nothing but trouble. In fact, the whole Kikuchi Clan sucks. I'm cutting my losses and getting out. Do you know they even married a Kikuchi girl off to a bastard from another clan? You didn't know that, did you? Your mother and Kikuchiko are brother and sister.
I remember it all now. He was standing beside me back then.
That's right. 10 years ago, it was Kikuchiko who killed your father.
Long ago in ancient Japan, there was a people who worshipped the God of Darkness. One day, the god became angry, and in a fit of rage, devastated the population. Only a few individuals survived. The descendants of the survivors passed a tale down the generations that a chosen one would appear to reunite them with their god. The descendants were the Yamato clan of Musashi and the Kikuchi clan of Kyushu. The tradition was especially strong in the Kikuchi clan. 10 years ago, the 15-year-old Kazuhiko Kikuchi, even as a youth, had highly developed feelings of pride and ambition, as he would be the next head of the Kikuchi clan. He thought that by murdering Takeshi's father, the ancient powers would have no choice but to make him the Atman. However, the fates were not in favor of his plan.
When he did that, you know that your mother...
I hate you, Kikuchiko. Brahmin, Give me the strength. Give me the strength to kill Kikuchi-ko.
Three faces. 3 Iwakura. 3 great gods. What does it mean? The old stone post had 3 monkeys carved on it, and the cannon had his 2 attendants. I wonder, what does 3 stand for? Wait a moment. Come to think of it, Takashi received his holy marks in 3 locations. That's significant. Wait. If I map out the route he's taken so far, Mitaka, Suwa, Kyushu, Yaizu, Musashino, and the route that Takeru Yamato took to conquer Kumaso was... What if Takeru Yamato had become the Atman? Huh?
Kikuchi-ko.
Huh? I can see. I see you've gathered all the holy marks and imperial treasures. Rightfully, I'm the one who should have become the Atman.
Master Kikuchi-ko! What? Huh? He's gone.
Welcome, Takeru Yamato.
No! You're wrong! I'm not Takeru Yamato!
You are Takeru Yamato, and you are also Atman. You and Takeru Yamato are the same person. You are merely coexisting in 2 different dimensions at the same time. Consider how you've received the 8 holy marks, and how you yourself called for me. You will know all the secrets of the universe, and you will meet with Susanoah-oh. That is the power that is given to you. It is Susanoah-oh.
That's Susanoah-oh?
Master Kikuchi-ko! Master!
Just as the myth said, Takeru Yamato would return to destroy the house of Kikuchi.
I don't understand what's going on here. What was it that Master Kikuchi-ko wanted so badly from Takashi? And why did everyone have to die? And what's all this stuff about the Atman? And where's Takashi gone?
Very well, I'll explain it all to you. In ferocity, Ardra craves blood and Ruhu invites disaster. The secret lies within these words in the Shukyu Tantra. Consider Takashi's holy marks. The one on his forehead, he got that in Mushashimo. His right shoulder in Suwa. His left, he received in Yaizu. 3 on his waist in Kyoto, Nara, and Asuka. His right knee in Izumo, and his left ankle in Kunisaki. Do you notice something? If you were to connect the 8 points, don't you think it looks like Orion? In ancient times, Ardra was the name of the 3 stars in Orion's belt. The capital of the Fujiwara period was Asuka, the Heijo period was Nara, and the Heian period was Kyoto. Each was built to represent 3 stars of Orion's belt, as do the 3 faces of the Bato Kanon, and the 3 boulders of the Iwakura. You will also find 3 other such Iwakura hidden in a secret room at the Usahachiman Shrine. The crest of 3 commas appears in most shrines, and it also represents Orion's belt. In the Kojiki, Japan's ancient book of wonders, Izanagi created 3 gods, Ukotsu-tsuno, Nakatsu-tsuno, and Uwatsu-tsuno. Before creating the 3 gods, the first 3 represent Orion's belt. In mythological times, Orion always came first. Then came the others, Amaterasu, representing the sun, and then her brother Tsukuyomi, who represents the moon. So what astronomical phenomenon does the appearance of Susanoh relate to? And do not forget he appeared at the same time as Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi. The answer is the Horsehead, dark nebula, near the star Anitak, which is to be found in the constellation of Orion.
Look well. Now that you have approached it, it has become active once again. The Dark Nebula is alive. 2,000 years ago, it was close to the Earth. During that time, its immense power threatened to swallow the sun and engulf the moon. As a result, the delicate balance of nature on Earth was disrupted. It caused great tidal waves. The Earth was engulfed in darkness, and great storms ravaged the land. It was a time when people lived in terror.
Susanoh became dissatisfied and climbed to Takamagahara, where he devastated the fields and burned the houses. Finally, he flayed the skin from the heavenly dappled colt and threw it into Amaterasu's weaving room. Amaterasu fled and hid herself in the caves of heaven. And at that point, the earth was cloaked in darkness, and 10,000 evils were unleashed. It was a time of great sorrow. This was written in the Kojiki. It is known as the Legend of the Gate of the Celestial Rock Cave. It is an accurate record chronicling the calamity that the Dark Nebula caused the last time it was near the Earth. The Empress Himiko tried to use the sorcery of the Golden Seal of Yamatai to control the destructive power of Susanoh. However, it only infuriated the God of Darkness and invited the downfall of Yamatai. Basically, if you aren't the Atman, even if you use the power of the Golden Seal of Yamatai, you won't be able to control the Dark Nebula. Because of this, the ancient peoples of Japan came to fear and revere the Atman. Sometimes he took the form of a monster like a snake. At other times, he would appear as a hero, like the Tenrinjo, on his sacred horse. And occasionally, he would appear as a Buddha, bringing redemption.
Buddha?
Naturally, you see, he has many guises.
The Atman has a genealogy from Sakayamuni to Maitreya Bodhisattva. It was 1,600 years ago that you, Takaru Yamato, appeared on this lineage. You pushed away the Dark Nebula and saved the Earth. And at that time, you promised me that we would meet once again in another dimension. This is the fulfillment of that promise. Now you must make a decision.
The horse has been a holy symbol since ancient times, in countries as far apart as India and Greece. Even here in Japan, horses have been used as sacrifices since ancient times. The scholar Aliad, a religious historian, stated the horse is one with the universe.
Elderly master, we have been waiting for you.
Oh.
The Dark Nebula will follow you wherever you go throughout the vast expanses of the universe. Now, if you so wish, you may return to the Earth. Or you may wish to separate yourself from the Earth and discover the secrets of the universe. Both time and space are at your disposal. You can manipulate them at will.
The Vajradhatu Mandala contains the secret of the theory of time. The Garbaikosa Mandala contains the maxim of the structure of space. Both use occult symbols to explain the secrets in totality.
Rajaposhiri Makesha Barakan, Rajaposhiri Makesha Barakan, Rajaposhiri Makesha Barakan, Rajaposhiri Makesha Barakan. Rajaposhiri Makesha Barakan, 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 Rajaposhiri Makesha Barakan.
The nebula looks different from the astronomical photographs.
Of course it does. This is the present form of the nebula. The light that formed the pictures you saw has had to travel across space and so is totally out of date.
Look, I only called you for one reason, and that was because I hated Kikuchi-ko. I don't need all of this. Stop pushing it on me.
Push? I do not push. You desired this, so you called me. Everything that has happened is a result of your free will. I am not here to give orders. I am the eternal truth. I am the universe.
I can't stand this. I want to go back to Earth, but if I do, the Dark Nebula will follow me and the Earth will be destroyed. What shall I do? What shall I do?
Rajaposhiri Makesha Barakan, Rajaposhiri Makesha Barakan, Rajaposhiri Makesha Barakan, Rajaposhiri Makesha. I've heard it said that the Dark Nebula is actually a gigantic living entity.
It looks like the heavenly dappled cult.
It'd be disastrous if it came back to the Earth, and it's possible Takashi might bring it here.
That was the first time I'd ever looked out as far as Orion. I was arrogant to think I could hold such power in check.
One symbol continued to glow on the split mandala. It was Maitreya Bodhisattva. It began to fade as Orion set in the western sky.
Are you really going, Master Takeuchi?
Yes, there is nothing left for me to do in this age. I will never see you again, nor Takaru Yamato either.
Will the Dark Nebula come back to the Earth?
No, I don't think so. You remember, once the vision of the Dark Nebula had gone, the image of Maitreya Bodhisattva continued glowing on the mandala for a while.
That's right.
Well, it is said that once the Maitreya Bodhisattva attains the highest perfect knowledge, he will return to save the Earth. The sign on the mandala shows that he is coming soon.
Master Takeuchi, I don't understand. I thought the Maitreya Bodhisattva wasn't supposed to return for many years yet. Please, Master. They've all gone now. Kikuchi-ko, Azo, Jiro, the elderly master, Takeuchi, and Takashi.